Hey everybody, welcome to the Bartop. I'm your co-host Gleep. Next boy next to me is our boy Phoenix, and further on down is our boy Dutch. Let's take it off with Dutch for the first story of the day.
Alrighty, fellas, we're
Cringe.
gonna start off with a low ball. We're going with Hassan doesn't understand how Japan works.
Wait, is this also to do about the One Piece thing, or is this something else?
No, this is something else.
Oh.
So he made a video saying that he doesn't understand how Japan functions, and it's basically because Japan is a conservative nation that is very closed-minded, and he's just like, oh, this country shouldn't work. It doesn't follow any of the fundamentals of socialism. I want you to think about that for a moment.
Well, that's we're talking
they're
about Hassan.
right wing. Yeah, they're right wing. They're xenophobic, and they're closed off to the general populace. This country shouldn't work on paper, and yet it does.
If anything, it's pretty much a utopia compared to what's going on in other countries.
The only reason I would say it is because, well, it's a majority Japanese. Like, I think 1% of their population is foreigners.
Oh yeah, the big thing is their culture that they have. There's a lot of, I would say, like social pressures that keep people in check. From doing stupid shit. You do have your outliers that criminals, kind of outcasts in that society, but for the most part, the places are very clean. That you can operate on a trust-based system for like out in the boonies. They have literally like a trust-based system of, hey, I have these cabbages or whatever the fuck for sale. Put money in the box and take a cabbage or a watermelon or something like that, and it just happens and it works, and no one takes advantage of it.
Yeah, it's an honor-based society.
Yeah.
Unlike the U.S., which I think we're a guilt-based society.
I wouldn't be able to speak in a place of authority on whether or not that's true, but I can agree with that mentality.
There's a map out there. It explains that like some societies are guilt-based, some are honor-based, and there's one that is fear-based. And I believe it's some part that Russia owns that's like above Norway.
No,
And for whatever reason, that's like fear-based society, and the rest of Russia, I want to say, is like guilt-based, which is oddly specific.
would North Korea be classified as a fear-based because of...
We don't have enough data on North Korea to really say so.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's what it is. Guilt, shame, and fear.
Okay. I assume.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up the map here.
I assume the shame would be for Japan.
Yeah. So Japan is a shame-based society. There's this one section that's fear-based, and it's like next to Greenland.
Okay.
It's above Norway, to the right of Greenland, and I know for a fact that Russia owns it.
Let's not get started on South America while we're at it.
Oh, there is one country in South America that is a fear-based society.
Oh.
I think this not country. I believe it's a territory of France.
That's weird.
It's like a colonial possession of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason this is also a fear-based society. I don't understand why. But the difference is a guilt culture is allegedly control is maintained by creating and continually reinforcing the feeling of guilt. Focuses on law and punishment and justice in afterlife. Asks, is my behavior fair or unfair? A shame culture is controlled by maintaining shame and the complementary threat of ostracism. Focuses on pride and honor. Concept of honor balance can lead to revenge dynamics. Asks how people will look at me if I do X. Appearances matter. And finally, you have fear. Control is maintained by the fear of retribution. Focuses on physical dominance. Asks, will someone hurt me if I do this? So there's only two small sections in the world controlled by fear. The rest is either guilt or shame. Namedly, the West is focused by guilt, and a lot of the East and Africa are focused with shame.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to see the outliers here, though. Like, what is that? Singapore? Singapore is a guilt society. Argentina's guilt. Brazil is guilt. Chile is guilt. What is that? Venezuela? Venezuela's guilt. Just countries you wouldn't expect to be run by guilt.
Yeah.
But it's baffling to me that, like, somebody of Hassan's stature, I get that he has to keep up appearances and all that, but the fact that he would blatantly state, oh, I just don't understand how this country functions as a country, like...
I don't think it's a keeping up appearances thing. I think it's maybe a case of him genuinely believing, or thinking that some of the takes he's had, at least that I've seen, have just been kind of like, wow.
Oh, you think he's actually that stupid?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually willfully that ignorant. I believe it has to be some sort of facade, right?
I mean,
Like
look how he
like it
handled
has to
fucking
be
the
a
challenge
grift.
by fucking Sam Hyde. He could have taken it in good faith or just as a good jest, and politely declined or even actually participated. But instead, he decides to have like nuclear fucking meltdowns and just be absolutely vitriolic to people that even bring it up.
Oh yeah. He said I'm not gonna fight this guy. He looks like he's trained in the mountains of Dagestan for all of his life. Which I thought was just beautiful. He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna beat the ever-living shit out of me. I'm not gonna fight him.
Like, anyone who knows Sam Hyde at least a little bit knows that while Sam Hyde can be a little unhinged, that wasn't a legitimate threat on your fucking life. That was him just shitposting because he had the limelight to do it. I mean, hell, you fucking look at the TED Talk he did. That was in the same kind of caliber, at least in my eyes, of the absurdity that Sam Hyde's willing to go for fucking jokes.
Yeah, the whole instance was just one big shit post.
Yeah.
Although, apparently, Sam has moved on to stalking iDubbbz in real life. Have you seen that?
No. I know.
So
I know
he's
there was
been
some
posting on his Twitter.
I know that there was
just photos of iDubbbz from behind at like some sort of ball game or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I know iDubbbz got...
Pretty soon, he's gonna be doing the whole counting coup thing where he's gonna touch him without him noticing.
Oh no! His next plan is apparently to just like fucking Michael Bay his way into Creator Clash 2 with a disguise.
Oh, speaking of about that, I think I heard something about like one of the fucking not attendees, but like one of the runner-ups or people in the bracket said some shit like doing like WWE style fucking throwing shade at the other opponents about iDubbbz and his fucking wife, and I guess she got butt mad and basically flexed her fucking influence on the event and had him pulled out of the roster.
Yeah, it's really sad to see. I don't know what's going on with those two.
If you're really... First off, it's literally just chest beating like you see in like the old WWE kind of shit. With the personas that were, formed and created for each fighter. Button heads and just saying stupid shit. Like, I remember the old clips of like Macho Man Randy Savage just saying some of the most off-the-wall shit with interviewers, and I'm just like, it's the same shit. He's just chest beating to be like, I'm the best.
The crop.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And it's very clear with I can't remember the name of the artist. Forgive me for that, but not the YouTuber or creator, what the fuck you want to call him.
Froggy Fresh?
Yeah, I think that's what his name was. Like, literally, you can clearly tell it's just either him fucking chest beating or just throwing shade for the sake of, hey, I'm gonna fucking play this like it's the theatrical effects of, like, WWE. Which you should do.
Yeah, and the whole point of a boxing match is to really just build it up first so that you have hype around it to try and gain more ticket sales.
Yeah.
And the fact that they want to, stray away from that is kind of sad, really, because it was an off-color joke about Anissa. And it wasn't even a bad one either. It's like,
Well, I think Anissa is an organizer of the event, so she has some sway in it.
Yes, but like, you're an OnlyFans.
Also,
right?
it's
You
isn't
should
it a
expect.
charity?
Yes, it is. But you should expect that, like, if you're putting your pussy out there on the internet, that someone's gonna make a joke about it.
Yeah, you're doing that on. Yes, there is a barrier to entry, so it is limiting who can see it. But
it's not private.
It is certainly not private, but it's also not public. But I would say it's public for the most part because all you have to do is throw some cash, and then you see it.
It's like paying $5 at Starbucks to get a coffee. Would you say that Starbucks is a private institution? You wouldn't. Anyone can go get coffee there.
So, like, expect to get some flack, especially being a not a public figure, but an influencer or creator. You're gonna get some flack as a result of that because there are gonna be members of your audience or members that aren't your audience that will, voice criticisms or complaints about you doing certain things. There always will be.
Oh no, she's 100% a public creator.
Well, when I meant public figure, like most cases.
Yeah, she's that too.
Like, what was it? So, like, in a couple individuals, that, like, I think it was Zimmerman and like Rittenhouse, they're considered public figures now, so they can't go after certain people for like libel or slander.
Yeah. They were unintentionally made into public figures.
Yeah, I don't think she's necessarily a public figure, but she does have a very far influencer reach, and that's why I said like influencer.
I would say that she does count as a public figure just because she is an influencer.
Okay.
That's generally how that works, I don't think she can go into the court of law and say, well, I'm not a private individual. Well, you put your pussy out there on OnlyFans, so you kind of are a public figure.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's only a short barrier, but, it's not like you put up an electrified fence there. You put up a wooden one that's maybe 2 feet tall that anyone can just step over.
Yeah, the big thing that I don't understand about the whole creator clash thing is like all the people that get challenged or get called out and they don't step up to the plate. I'm like, this is fucking exposure. This is PR. This is a chance for you to rebrand yourself. One, to be a little bit more fucking serious or hardcore. If you like, I know, like, iDubbbz, the big one was, like, for, like, instead of him being scrawny, he could bulk up a little bit and kind of rebrand himself as a result of this. And not to mention, it would probably get a lot more traffic to his channel, because I know I stopped fucking watching it after he stopped doing shit after a while and mellowed out.
I don't know that he's still doing anything.
Is he? Oh, I remember he did a couple videos a while back, like, I came back to his channel and watched them.
Yeah, he did like the fatty airsoft video and the Sam Hyde one. I don't think he's really done anything since.
I know he did some collaborations with some other people after he was done with the whole content cop charade, but even then, that was some years ago, and it all is pretty much relevant now.
Didn't he get, like, LASIK to fucking get prepared for the fight and then pulled the fuck out?
I don't know.
It might have not been for the fight, but it happened at the same time.
What I get a kick out of is that the majority of his content base came from not only Content Cop, but he used to do a series that I actually enjoyed, which was Kickstarter crap.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Right around the time where he was done doing all that is when he transitioned to this, I do no wrong. I'm a completely changed individual, and now he just makes fun of and shits on all of his fans for it because he's like, yeah, I'm not like any of you guys. Definitely fucking not.
It might be a case he was fucking scared straight by YouTube fucking doing their crackdown on stuff.
Well, maybe, but then again, he's so high up the chain, he's pretty much untouchable, and he's in with H3, so ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
Speaking of, did y'all see that man's been getting robbed from, apparently?
Yeah.
Didn't fucking Haida, or whatever the fuck her name, like, break up with him, or was that with, like, a clickbait thing?
Huh? No.
I remember seeing like a YouTube video with a thumbnail of him like at his desk and just like, she broke up with me as the title.
No, he's not broken up with the fuck's her name? Hilda? Hilda?
Heidi, whatever the fuck.
She's like she never speaks, so like it doesn't matter what her name is. But anyway, yeah, he's apparently been getting stolen from his multi-channel network. He signed a deal that said that 100% of the profit he makes from YouTube goes to him, right?
Yeah.
Well, this multi-channel network has just been like scalping off all of his fucking what is it? It's like a Twitch sub, right? When you sub to a Twitch channel.
Oh, so he's only getting money from YouTube, but the Twitch stuff they're getting.
No, not off of Twitch. It's like YouTube's version of that.
Oh, the membership, fucking.
Yeah.
I
think
it's like
the monthly membership.
I think it's like
YouTube
called like
channel.
a follow, or it's like kind of like Twitch. Twitch's follow.
It's something dumb. I don't.
I think you
know.
become
I
like a
can't keep
member
up
of the
anymore.
channel or something. It's basically you donate.
Members, yeah, that's what it is. Membership. Yeah, so apparently they've been scalping off the memberships, and they've stolen like $650,000 from him.
Wow.
Who knows how many other channels too? Because if that's just him, like, what other channels are they stealing from? You know?
Yeah.
Apparently, this MC and hosts like a bunch of other content creators as well.
So kind
So
of like
I don't feel
Machinima?
bad for Ethan, but I do feel bad for the other ones.
Is it kind of like a Machinima deal where it's like a kind of conglomerate kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So MCNs are sort of a legacy thing for YouTube, where they do like brand deals for you, or they help deal with copyright strikes, copyright issues, helping make sure your monetization goes through smoothly, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, okay, I get it. It's like a manager.
If you're an individual channel, you don't need one. But if you are a larger channel, it might be helpful for you to have one.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a case-by-case basis, really.
Other thing too, though, is you got to remember that those services are kind of like going by the wayside, like Machinima did, because most people are also now realizing that MCMs are kind of like dumb.
Well, also, like, YouTube's already implemented systems for YouTube channels, especially if they get popular, where you get like a YouTube channel ambassador / like manager that helps you with that kind of shit. Well, that's dedicated to your channel. Like, you can hit them up and be like, "Yo."
Yeah, most of them are fucking useless, though.
Some of the channels I've seen have been pretty. Their managers have been like on the spot with stuff, like with the when Linus Media Group like had their 3 channels hijacked, their fucking content manager was like within hours like helping them like get everything sorted and identified the vulnerable or compromised account that had like management access to those channels. And then like I think we talked about with the Brandon Herrera video about the Shinzo Abe blaster. Like how within like a day, I think the next day after uploading, his fucking manager reached out to him. He's like, "Bro, not cool."
Yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck him for uploading that, and fuck him for uploading the fucking
the sub 2K.
the Keltec. Yeah, the Keltec video. What a shitbag.
I think you recently just
you'd have
uploaded-
further context on that, but our previous episode got shittered.
Oh yeah, there was an episode recorded, but I was a retard and didn't record any of the tracks for them, so you just heard me the entire time.
You're gonna have to bloop that out, sir.
Why?
Nah, YouTube.
What?
It's just YouTube.
What does YouTube not like?
They don't like the word retard.
Oh, I was a little bit mentally slow. I'm gonna keep it. I don't care. We're past.
It's fine.
We're past the fucking filter limit anyway.
It's fine.
Was it like a minute 30 and then start cursing now?
There's no way they looked this deep.
I
into
mark
the
every single
episode.
one of these videos as mature, so it's fine. And definitely not for kids. I doubly make sure that checkbox is not enabled.
Bro,
for
someone
kids.
posted a photo saying the perfect steak, and this thing is just brown. The whole thing is brown. I think the outside of the steak is burnt.
Did they drop it in dirt?
Someone quote tweeted with, "This isn't even well done. This is congratulations."
Wow. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh, that's good. That's going in the memes channel.
Going back to content creators, fucking, there's been a little bit of a, fuck it, I'll put that picture in, fuck it, 20 minutes.
Oh, you absolutely will, you bastard.
20 minutes. Steak. Speaking of content creators, Mr. Beast has been going through some shit recently.
Yeah, so, do you want to start with the Sunny video?
I haven't watched the Sunny video, I just saw that he had posted a video about it.
Okay,
I haven't sat down and
so
watched it yet.
I personally watched the Sunny video.
Okay.
I sat through it, and the fact that everybody was pissed at the video confused me. It's literally a nothing burger.
Yeah.
What the video outlines is that Chris's transition puts Mr. Beast in a predicament.
Yes.
He either has to accept it.
What do you mean?
Oh. Something happened? Whatever.
He either has to accept it, or his only other option is to disavow it.
Yeah, so
Either way, he pisses off the left, or he pisses off the right.
yeah, so the issue that he runs into is by not, yeah, like you said, you kind of condensed it pretty well. And like I think a lot of people latched onto was like some of the interactions he was having on streams or videos with Chris, Mr. Beast was. I don't know his real fucking name. I thought there was one they're like doing a mailbag video or something that looked like, and like he'd be like, "Oh, here's a big one," and Chris would be like, "I like the big boys" or something. And you could just see the fucking like uncomfortable nature in fucking his face, and just sitting there, just like, "Fuck, what do I do?"
Yeah, he doesn't know what to say.
He did
Visibly uncomfortable.
He did post a tweet in response to all this stuff, and he sounded pretty angry with it, but it might just be posturing because PR. Here it is. Yeah, it's getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare. He's my fucking friend, and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off. Your body language says otherwise, fam.
Meanwhile, he hasn't even watched the video. He's just commenting.
On the video. No, well, I think this isn't just for everything in general. And what people are pointing out too is like, Chris, I believe at the time was married and had a kid, and then all of a sudden just started transitioning towards being to what he is now.
No. So Sonny went into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So about the time he started transitioning is when they divorced, I think.
Okay, but why?
From the
was
evidence
divorce?
Sonny put out there, they divorced. And this is like when Chris said, "Well, screw it. I'm just gonna be my own person."
I wonder what the reasons were for the divorce, though. It was
Who knows? I don't care. It's none of my business. They divorced.
okay.
I don't think they should have, but they did.
Yeah. If anything.
However,
Probably
my main criticism would be that Chris is depriving their kid of a father figure.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no way Chris is going to be able to act like a father, and there's no way that the mother is going to be able to act like a father, so that kid's just screwed.
Unless she can find someone else that's actually genuine.
Yeah, maybe, you know, like a stepdad that actually acts like a real dad.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, though.
I mean,
I don't know many men that are willing to step into a relationship and be like, I'm this kid's dad now. It's not my kid, but I'm their dad. And God bless him. God bless him for doing so.
It happened with my fucking stepdad, but that was just because I was already like 13, and so he's just like, oh, he's just like a fucking bro. So we just shot the shit and whatnot. So
yeah, and God bless him for the guys that can do that. But you know,
there's some people that can't.
I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I couldn't step into a relationship because, like, what if this relationship turns sour and all of a sudden, you know, me and this girl don't work out? Well, I'm just out of this kid's life now. I made a connection and then I broke it because I'm out of this chick's life.
Well, yeah, and going back to the thing is just he's certainly in a fucking sticky situation because either he supports his friend and avoids being canceled because of intolerance, I guess, or he cuts ties with Chris, be it because of Chris's behavior or just it affects his brand image, and faces the wrath of the community as a result of
Yeah,
it.
here we go. I'll put this in memes. Look how uncomfortable this man is.
Oh, I could probably find some. I like the actual fucking clips if I wanted to. I'd do it.
Here's a still.
He just looks so dead inside.
Yeah, it's just him and Chris, and he's already like, I'm out. I'm out, dog. I don't see how the Mr. Beast brand recovers. Like I feel like
Well,
Chris
that's the
would
big
just have
thing.
to
Isn't
voluntarily
Mr.
step
Beast like
out.
very like kid or young?
You know what this has? This has the same look as that guy at a GDQ where he's like, "Hey, I would prefer if you stopped talking." Anyone else get that
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that. He's out. There's no more.
Isn't I don't fucking follow Mr. Beast all that much. I just only wanted to comment on this because I kept seeing it in my fucking feed. Doesn't Mr. Beast, like, most of his content like cater towards like young, no, not young kids, but like preteen kid and kid kind of age?
I have no idea what he caters to, dude.
Okay.
I just know that every time he posts something, lefties get mad at him usually.
I remember, yeah, like he did the thing for like a bunch of people who had blindness, and they're like, he's preying on their disabilities to get famous. It's like, no, he's being a good Samaritan.
Well,
He's
that's
using-
also like part of his fucking channel.
Yeah, he's usually spending exorbitant amounts of money, usually on good shit.
Here's the thing, though: those people bitching and moaning will never be able to do the shit he does.
Yeah.
He's being a net positive for the world, and they are a net negative.
Yeah. I think the biggest complaints people are having is with what's going on with the whole Chris situation is that if they don't want, if the impact is predominantly towards like kids and preteens, they don't want that kind of person influencing them adversely because of like all the shit we've seen with like the predation and perversion of transgenderism towards kids and whatnot.
I don't know, just don't encourage it.
Yeah.
It's obviously not for everybody. There's a lot of people that go into it and immediately regret it.
Yeah. You got anything,
So
Eagle?
I would say that's the biggest issue.
Or a Gleep, sorry.
What's that?
You've been awfully quiet, and we've been just kind of...
No, I'm listening because I haven't had anything to add to this because I haven't really followed it because I'm not a big like Mr. Beast thing or anything. So
Oh, I
I'm just
gotcha.
sitting here listening.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's either it's a win, it's a lose-lose situation in his end. How either he's going to acknowledge it or he's going to act like he's completely away from it. Either way will probably really fuck up his status to people. Personally, if I was him, I wouldn't give a shit anyway. But then again, that's not the world we live in, especially when you have someone as influential as him.
Mhm.
You guys want to talk about some OPSEC real quick?
Oh,
Is this
sure.
about the secret information being leaked?
We'll add that onto it.
Okay.
So, popular armor tester and now Fed boy Oxide, who, I mean, that obviously is a joke. Well, I don't know. Then again, maybe he is. Just got his acceptance to start flying the Apache because I guess that's something he's always wanted to do. So he got his 10-year contract all set up and everything. And some people from his Discord, his old Discord, had splintered off and decided to just start leaking government secrets for the hell of it. And he went into full damage control mode, purged his Discord, and started banning the use of like all kinds of words and everything. Because he's scared to death that him flying a helicopter is going to lead to him being able not to fly anything. Which, yeah, it's a real threat, I suppose. I would think the same.
He's probably got top secret clearance for some of the systems on board for that.
You have to. I mean, if he's going to be flying the damn thing.
I mean,
But,
I'm going to have to get that if I'm going to work for Lockheed Martin on some of those F-16 positions.
So, what ended up happening is he purchased the entire Discord, refused to try to elaborate on it, and then now, instead of trying to redo his Discord, he's making it Patreon only. So his whole, like, you know, open, like, discussion, he's tightened the reins on that. And that leads into what you were discussing earlier about someone apparently leaked, what was it you said?
I think it was
It was a lot of documents about Ukraine for certain.
I think it was also about Korea, right?
Yeah, I believe there were some Korean documents as well.
What's this one about?
I didn't look into those. I just know that the Ukrainian ones from like February, I think.
I know there was,
and even then, the casualty numbers that the Ukrainians were giving were 100% fudged.
Oh, were those the documents I was talking about a while back as well?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember seeing some people post about that, and it's like, yeah, this totally shows that there's like British and American troops deployed in Ukraine right now.
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, so those are Special Forces members. However, there's like 100 of them, and they are deployed in a advisory role. Not like a Vietnam advisory role where they're actually doing combat operations.
They're like in the back lines
100 of them.
Yeah.
That's not enough to do anything. They are advisors. They're just teaching them how to use our weaponry. But some people are like, oh, this is enough to actually go to war. This is a violation of American law. So saith Mr. Tucker Carlson.
Did we just go to war with Livonia?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Did we just
Are
go
we
to
at
war?
war with Altus?
We just go to war with Livonia? Hated that mission.
What a fucking moron.
What, Tucker?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
God bless him sometimes, but like in this instance, what a fucking moron.
I'm trying to remember
So
what else.
the fact that I saw that picture of him in during the opening days of Iraq, he was just standing there with a fucking underfold AK with a bunch of contractors when he started doing his early work.
Yeah, I remember that. And they had what was it? It was I believe it was the ACOG red dot or reflex optics on their fucking...
Yeah, that Hop was talking about. Yeah.
Trying to fucking remember what else has happened recently, because I'm very much out of the loop when it comes to certain things.
The ERA meme.
Oh yeah, the ERA meme. I'll put that up there. I'll put the one I sent Gleep a while back.
Where you just stick ERA on everything.
I like that it's Florp's fucking characters too.
Oh yeah, it's just generic person sticking ERA on something.
They look so sincere. Like, do you like it?
You like it? How do you feel about this?
We did a good job, right?
Good job. Good job.
Oh yeah,
mates.
Bud Light's in hot water. They lost $6 billion in 6 days
$6 bajillion
because of they're at their newest rebrand or ad campaign thing where they put what's her name or what's his name?
Dylan Mulvaney.
Is that their name?
Yes, I don't believe that person is actually trans.
I know there was another couple companies that started using them as a spokesperson. And immediately got like backlash for it as well. And now the higher ups of the company that owns Bud Light or Bud Light themselves have been like, yeah, we weren't aware of this ad campaign at all. We had no clue that it was being given the go ahead.
Yeah, Bud Light's owned by like a really, really big company. But I'm gonna say this, in terms of Dylan Mulvaney, there's transgender people and there's trans-trender people.
Yes.
I think Dylan falls into the latter.
Yes. Also apparently I'll need to verify this later because this is fucking funny. The Twitter account transphobes posting L's was just outed. The person running it was just outed as a zoo file.
Oh no. Crucify them, please.
It's just like, oh.
White girls fuck dogs.
White girls fuck dogs. For a while, those of the users of iFunny ran into a weird thing where featured was just filled with posts of sonar assemblies on the noses of fucking submarines. For a while, yeah, for a while it just featured. For those who don't know, featured is a category kind of like your feed for like Twitter, which like recommends because it's popular or something like that. For featured, it's like it needs to reach a certain number of likes and comments to be able to become featured. And so for like a couple days now, it like completely unrelated channels would just start posting, or completely unrelated accounts would start posting just pictures and information about certain sonar assemblies on the nose of certain submarines. And they would just show up into the featured feed, and people are like, "What the fuck is going on? Why is this the popular thing everyone's talking about?" And it just became its own like meme within the iFunny community. I think I'll post a picture of that here now.
Yeah, you need to share it with the rest of the class.
Yeah, I'll put it in the recording channel right now. 1 second.
The recording channel.
Recording.
We have one of those?
Yeah. What's in the? It's in the other Discord.
Oh, the other Discord.
Oh, there.
The other Discord.
Yeah, where I sent you the asset pack for this map.
Oh, I see.
Like it was just kind of jarring.
Why is this unfeatured?
I'm not opposed to it. I'm a fucking
strange.
nerd. I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting. But people are like, what? This is not even funny. What the fuck?
There's just a lot of sonar tiles. I don't get it. Maybe there's some like meta Navy meme that I don't understand.
I think it became a meme in itself because it just out of the blue, all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 like accounts that just had nothing to do with each other just started posting the same shit, and we're like, what just happened?
That's great. I have a rather peculiar story to share with us.
Oh.
I'm going to post it in the memes channel here.
Oh boy.
So the lowdown is that a man attacked the house of God and then suddenly died. Just
Oh yeah, I remember.
nowhere.
I remember.
Just dies.
Is this a video or is this just a?
It's a video.
Oh, okay. I'll have to find a way to drop it into this.
Just you can just crop in like a screenshot, like a still. But yeah, this dude just straight up dies of a fucking seizure or a stroke.
I think I remember seeing this actually on iFunny. I mainly use iFunny for. That's why I wanted to talk about that because it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he stole a cross from a priest, threw it on the ground, and then died of like a stroke.
Instant karma.
I
I guess.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what further proof you need.
God exists.
The world works in mysterious ways, and God smites those who just do dumb shit.
I'm putting that. Okay. Sorry, I'm scrolling through my fucking feed to find notable topics of just stupid interest to talk about.
Understandable.
Found a post. Apparently, there's a corporate or an LLC called Chinese Gay Men Hugging and Kissing LLC.
What? What did they do?
I don't know. But they're
Company type domestic jurisdiction, California. It's in Venice, California. Okay.
all right. We have run out of ideas for company names. What else
Wow.
happened recently? Apparently a volcano erupted in Russia.
In Russia?
I think it was Russia. Double check that. I'm seeing a post about it. Eruption. See ya. Yep. The Shevelich volcano in the Kamchatka Peninsula erupted, creating a thick layer of ash and clouds.
So are we gonna get like a second nuclear winter or something? Like, I
No,
don't
it's
understand.
a couple flights were canceled, but I believe that was the
Oh.
extent of it. Maybe a couple people got evacuated.
It's lame.
Big Sag.
Why can't I get like super nuclear war or something?
Because that would be too easy.
That'll be a great podcast topic. Yeah, so nuclear winter's setting in.
I can't feel my half of my face that got sun scorched by the fucking blast.
Huh. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
This image is great.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I have to share this with you. I'm
Okay.
scrolling through Twitter. Sex before marriage is a sin, unless you do it doggy style, because all dogs go to heaven.
Oh my lord. We need to find a more worthwhile topic before we cut this podcast short.
Oh no, I have one.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna post it here. Hold up. Yeah,
Okay.
so we got Scott Pilgrim 2 electric butthole glue going on.
Okay.
Netflix's Scott Pilgrim anime brings back original stars Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and more. They're doing it again. They're gonna ruin a whole new generation of people. Are you ready? Are you ready for the dating pool to get even worse?
Maybe
Yeah,
I
they're gonna
missed.
do that
Maybe
with
I
people
missed
that
this, or
don't-
just because I'm so socially inept. But what do you mean by ruin people because of the female characters from the movie?
Yes.
So the whole thing is that it did this whole progression of like a fad where it was, get your hair styled in wacky shit that normally anyone wouldn't do. Live your life through mediocre drugs, smoke all the time, and perpetuate this like scene kid, but 10 years too old, and has already been through like 15 dudes like a carousel type of look.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really popular. I don't know if you still see it these days, but it was really bad.
I think it's evolved and changed a little bit since then.
Well, yeah, because now we have OnlyFans, so.
Yeah.
And it's not changed by much. They just ditched the bright colored hair so you can't tell anymore.
I showed you this joke a while back, but it's really refreshing to have a game like the RE4 remake come out and have a character as well written as Ashley in the remake literally
Oh.
be what every guy wants. Just, hey, you know what? You know what you're doing. I'm going to work with you. I'll give you the praise when you need it, and we can work together and be a team. And it's like,
not
man.
a strong, independent woman that need no man.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm the guy who has like years of experience. You don't, and you understand that, and you're like, hey, no problem, let's get it done.
Not a girl boss.
I need to check the efficacy
Still
of
doesn't
this.
have the ears though.
No, she does. Someone imported the model and deleted the hair texture and found the big Dumbo ears. Need to find that clip.
Yeah,
for
but
you.
what if she was a mouse? What would you do?
Moushly, yeah.
Mousely.
Apparently,
Big old brick of cheese.
apparently, a T-90 from Ukraine was spotted at a truck stop in the U.S.
What?
Yeah, I need to check this.
Excuse me?
The tank was apparently captured by Ukraine last fall, but it's unclear how or why it ended up in Louisiana.
What? I need to see this.
I'll post.
Well, keep in mind,
I post the picture of it that I found in the fucking recording channel, but I gotta find this shit, the actual article they screenshot, to read the whole fucking thing.
What the fuck?
Well, keep in mind, we have a shitload of Ukrainians in the States that are getting trained with us. If you don't remember, Prime is out in Oklahoma and works as a phlebotomist. And they had quite a few of them come into his
Hospital.
into his hospital because apparently the base nearby didn't have the facilities for it. So, and he was not allowed anywhere near them. He wasn't allowed to take pictures of them, yada yada.
Technically, they didn't exist.
Interesting. I don't understand why a T90 would be here. Did they like sell it to someone privately to try and
Maybe for
try and
research
get
purposes, to figure
funds for
out.
the war effort?
I don't know. I'll have to look into
They
that
said it
article
was
more.
spotted in Louisiana, so like I'm wondering if they just sold it privately to get money.
Here, let's see if I can pull up the article real quick. T90 in Louisiana.
Yeah, I need to see this for myself. This is fucking wild.
Oh, fucking Business Insider, 5 News, Telegraph.
So
They've
this
all
is a big
reported
story,
on it.
apparently.
Yeah. Should have been a truck stop in Louisiana.
Okay.
Saw someone left a Russian T-98 tank on a truck trailer in their parking lot.
Oh, so they were transporting it somewhere. Not that someone like drove it up to the fucking pump.
The tank did not have any machine guns attached to it, and it damaged in front end fenders. Sure, go with that.
Okay.
However, it did have ERA containers on the turret and Shorta 1 armored fighting vehicle defense systems on board.
I wouldn't expect it to not have Shora.
Open source intelligence groups such as Oryx and warspotting.net, who tracked military equipment used in Ukraine, told the war zone that the tank most likely belonged to Russia's 27th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade, and it was abandoned in Kharkiv Oblast last year in September.
No one cares about all that. What? How did it get here? I care about that. Why is there a fucking T90 in the States?
Some staff did add that a group of men had been dropped the tank off on Tuesday, saying that the truck they were transporting it on had broken down and they needed to travel to Houston to get a new one. The men were
my
not
God.
identified and have not returned yet.
They just left it there. So you're
Um,
telling me there's just a free T90 out in Louisiana?
My opinion is the tank is probably owned by a private citizen or company, the Fort Polk spokesperson told the War Zone. It does seem very likely that the military would leave something like that unattended.
There's just a free T90 over in Louisiana.
Spokespeople
so...
for the Pentagon, the Russian military, and the Ukrainian ground forces did not immediately respond to the insider's request for comment.
If you've got a big rig
And money. And connections.
and money, it's yours.
It's yours.
Make it happen. Be free.
Be free. Own your recreational tank.
Live free. Kill anyone that tries to stop you.
Indeed. Install Tesla
I don't
coils in your
endorse these
trees.
comments for legal reasons. That is not a true statement.
Expand your mind. Do salvia. Drift your car.
Would you guys like to move on to the next topic?
What is the next topic?
Are you familiar with Sneeko?
Maybe?
The guy that's supposed to be the successor to Andrew Tate?
Oh, him. Okay, it took me a fucking minute.
Yeah. The dude that, like, admitted to watching his girlfriend get fucked in front of him?
I don't know about that one, but sure.
Oh, you don't know about that?
No, I don't follow those kind of fucking people, so I wouldn't be aware.
Okay, so I'm terminally online, so I know a lot about a lot of things. This dude, like, admitted on a podcast to, like, watching his girl get smashed in front of him. Because he was at a swingers party, right?
Okay.
But then he was like, yeah, I couldn't smash the other girl, so I just watched crisscross Indian sauce sitting there watching. The first time he was like, yeah, I watched 3 pumps and then I dipped. And people were like, what? Bro, what?
Didn't he have like a little moment with fucking Moist Critical?
He did. He threatened to shoot him.
Then it turned into a fucking clowning moment because Moist Critical just fucking flex and's like, and basically said like pull up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without actually saying it, as he pulled out all his guns and went, "These aren't clips, these are mags."
Yeah. He just flexed all over him and made him look like a dumb idiot. And of course, Sneeko, being the bitch that he is, did not actually pull up. He didn't do anything.
I think Meat Canyon did a video on it.
His statement was, "Oh well, I won't fight anyone else because you know, they either don't have a following or I don't disagree with them politically. So
You were
I'm
enough.
only gonna fight
You
Charlie."
disagreed with him enough to violate Twitch terms of service and brandish a firearm on stream.
Yeah.
Because if for those who don't know, there was an individual who was robbed at gunpoint during a Twitch stream. Their Twitch stream was shut down because it violated Twitch's terms of service because it showed someone brandishing a firearm.
Well, not only that, but who was it? Brandon Buckingham, I think, challenged Sneeko to a fight, and Sneeko was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna fight this guy. He'll beat me."
So he pulled a Hassan.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is fine, but like, don't challenge people to fights online if you're going to do that.
Mhm.
Because he's challenged 2 women to a fight. He challenged like some other dude that's smaller than him, and then he challenged Charlie to a fight. And it's like,
Someone smaller than him, dude. He's a fucking beanstalk.
yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
Like
Why are you charging people that aren't your own size?
He might have me in height, but I certainly have him in weight.
No. You have him in height and weight.
Okay, he's a manlet. Got it.
Yeah, he's a manlet. And he's not even like a manlet. You know why? He's got no muscle mass.
Yeah.
He's got no definition to him.
That just makes me want to work out more, just to be like, fuck you.
You would, Phoenix, I guarantee you, in your current state, you would stop this guy.
Probably.
You don't even need training to stop this guy. Just like one slug from you would just drop him.
Just grab him by his little twig arms and just be like, no, bad.
Yeah, grab him by the dick, twist it. Oh shit.
So he admitted to cuckoldry before or after the whole thing with Moist Critical?
This was before.
Okay. That's probably what started the whole thing with the Moist Critical, is he probably called him out on that shit.
Yeah, because he's trying to be this big red pill YouTuber, and then he admits to being a cuck. And all this other shit that he quote-unquote crusades against. And it's like, how is it that you're going to crusade against men to be against the fucking Western agenda or some shit, and then here you are letting another man fuck your woman? Voluntarily, might I add, and then you're gonna sit there and watch it too and be like, "Oh, it's just so I know that she's safe, you know, so that she's actually into it." It's like, what is wrong with you? You don't need to watch somebody fuck your woman in order to know that she's safe. That's not how that works, sir. If she sets up a date with someone to have sex, that's how that goes.
Shit, I gotta
You don't need to be there.
I just remembered there was something that happened with the Dalai Lama.
Oh no.
He got hot water for kissing this kid.
Okay.
And then asking him to suck his tongue.
Oh. That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
Why?
I fucking totally forgot about that. I don't really know if there needs to be more explained there, but yeah, the Dalai Lama was a little perv.
I don't think more needs to be explained. That's fucking strange.
I'm trying to
Why
find
would
this
you do
old
that?
account on here that used to post about news, but I'm fucking struggling to find them.
I don't think you need any more posts about it.
No,
I think it's just it is. What it is.
He usually used to post about like current events pretty well, but I can't fucking find him now, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, that's just very strange.
Oh, there he is. Found it. Haha.
Oh.
It's literally his account is called "This is the fucking news."
This is the fucking news.
I don't know exactly where this is. Oh, it's in the UK, so it probably doesn't matter. Apparently, a woman who was growing food to donate to like shelters and shit found her entire crop like doused in salt to destroy them.
I see.
Yeah. And the FBI just arrested a 21-year-old guardsman for the leak of classified documents. Going back to that OppSex thing.
Yeah, that's
FBI
That's kinda
ignores former
suspicious.
White House stenographer with evidence against the Bidens.
I wonder how this happens.
Mike McCormick, a former White House stenographer, said he witnessed Biden and aide Jake Sullivan commit crimes on a trip to Ukraine. He claimed that Biden promised to help corrupt post-Soviet country build its gas industry. Undisclosed was the fact that Hunter Biden was already on the Burisma board. I'm saying that probably wrong. Burisma. It's a corrupt gas giant, according to this news article. I think this
Who
is already
knows?
pretty well known that fucking Hunter's like in bed with a bunch of fucking corporations that suddenly get like support from like Biden regime and shit.
Most of it is, yeah, I'd say.
You guys mind if I jump in here about Bud Light for a minute?
No, go for it.
Sure. I
Okay,
think
so, all right, let me lay this out. So, Bud Light had a trans woman that they brought on board for for like a little ad, little ad they threw up.
yeah.
Not too long after that, they got a huge amount of backlash on social media for it. People started calling it Budweiser the gay beer.
Yes.
There were memes coming. Okay, there were memes coming out. People like, oh, it's always been gay because they supported Dallas Cowboys. All that's just whatever. But now it's gotten so bad that there is a Bud Light affiliate delivery guy who posted Twitter that every place that he goes to that he has to restock for Bud Light, he has no reason to stock them anymore. They're constantly full of it. No one's buying it. This is also right after Bud Light signed up with trans activist Dylan Mulvaney and Jack Daniels also signed a partnership with RuPaul's Drag Race. Kid Rock also came out, and I think he did like a video of him shooting up a bunch of cases of Bud Light. So obviously, you got your good old boys section who aren't going to buy it anymore, and then you got people just in general not liking the idea of that one of their favorite beer brands being associated with the political stance of trans activism. And apparently now it's not just them. Jack Daniels is getting into it as well.
I believe also a certain tampon brand also had Dylan as a spokesperson and causing a lot of outrage among like females. There's that too.
Also, that same person, Mulvaney, also just got signed on with Nike as well now.
Ugh.
They're gonna kill a third brand.
I say fuck it, why not? Oh yeah, also, Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App, was stabbed by a fucking crackhead in Los Angeles, or San Francisco, my apologies.
Something like that.
Like, days before the Mint, released their digital currency method.
Are you trying to allude to some conspiracy theory?
Take that information as you will.
I feel like you're trying to allude to some conspiracy theory.
Bro, if NHK tell me anything, everything's a conspiracy.
Everything's a conspiracy. With the Dylan Mulvaney thing, though, part of me says, who cares? The other part of me says, Dylan Mulvaney is not a real trans person. So,
Yes.
What do you mean?
I don't think Dylan Mulvaney is a transgender person. I think they're a transtrender.
Yes.
They
Okay,
have a
okay.
they have a video of them going hiking in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing high heels to go hiking in the woods.
And they're acting so effeminate that like, it makes you like want to gag.
It's like a caricature
Yes.
of a woman. No realistic person would think that a woman going hiking in the woods is going to wear high heels and act stupidly effeminate.
If
It's
anything,
not how
they're
that
acting more
works.
like a child's interpretation of a woman.
Yeah. I honestly believe they're not actually trans. They're just getting some sort of weird satisfaction from dressing like a woman and acting like one.
This is kind of off the topic, but didn't China get like France to be neutral with them in regards to like their stance on Taiwan?
I have no idea. To be fair, France has always been like a snake in the grass or something, so who cares?
Oh, FBI report now flags online terms like red pill based in Chad as extremist terminology.
That's okay, I use Basado.
Also, LARP apparently has been added to it as well.
Funny.
Yeah, I use Basado, so I'm A-okay. That's right, motherfuckers. Y'all don't speak Spanglish like I do. Bringing that Daytona energy to the group chat.
I bring that Latinx energy to people who don't give a fuck.
Fun fact, it's not Latinx.
I know.
It's Latinx. It's worse than you think. It's way worse than what you thought it was. Even though there's Latino and Latina, the two words that, have been ingrained in this language for years. No.
Is this
No,
legit?
We needed to make it Latinx.
Apparently from the Hill, nearly 4 days ago, Biden signed a bill ending the national COVID-19 emergency powers.
Oh. Well, they did something good for once. It only took them, a bajillion years.
FBI sought to develop sources in Catholic churches to combat domestic terrorism.
Huh?
Fox News 4 days ago.
How dare you be Catholic? The final topic I had was Brendan Herrera being a big dummy again.
What did he do this time?
He let dumb anti-gun Australians use his guns. Here, I'll post it in the memes channel. In the memes channel.
That's one with him at mid-ready with like a foul on the okay.
Yeah, with two guys that look absolutely stupid.
Yeah, I didn't watch it just for the fact that I haven't really been watching any of his content. But go on.
I've lost interest in it. I know you just posted a video on the P90. I already know how the P90 works. Thank you, Gun Jesus.
So he made a video with these two guys from Australia that are anti-gun. He let them shoot his guns, presumably for free, on private property. And they turned around and immediately made an anti-gun video. And we're like, guns are the problem. We should get rid of guns. It's like, you should not do that. You should not.
Was Brendan Herrera endorsing it, or they were using his, the footage they obtained with his allowance to fire his guns to create that video on their own channel?
On their own channel.
Okay.
But it's still a shitbag move to go to some guy in the United States, collab with him, make a video with him, and use his guns and range for free, both of which are private, and, spend the whole day with him and try and, get to know the guy and interact with him, and then turn around, stab him in the back, and go, gotcha, anti-2A video. Sorry, fucker. We got you real good. Now, credit where it's due. In the interview they do with him, they don't take him out of context or anything. They provide the full context with this interview. But they still frame it in a way that it's still anti-Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Where they're like, well, we ban guns in Australia, and we don't have any shootings. And it's like,
no, you just have
because
rampant...
you don't have any guns.
Yeah, you have rampant corruption
you still
by
have
political
crime.
officials. For those who don't know what's going on in Australia, I recommend you go...
Also, just want to say this, keep in mind, Wendigoon also gave them a pretty, Good kudos for them for making the video. If that tells you anything, is really odd.
Fucking, I would have to watch the video myself before I form an opinion on it. But I will say, if you want to learn anything about the stupid bullshit going on in fucking Australia, I highly recommend Friendly Jordies talking about New South Wales and all the fucking bullshit that has happened over there. Makes the Biden regime look like a fucking joke. I am not joking. There is rampant corruption, misallocation of funds. Apparently, one of the parliamentary members decided that he wanted to jack off in the prayer room of the fucking building. 2 or 3 members accused of bringing in male prostitutes to the parliament, and rampant corruption in terms of money laundering through casinos in New South Wales, which may or may not have resulted in Friendly Georgie's house getting firebombed. So, go check that shit out.
Yeah.
It's a whole fucking rabbit hole.
This is not the first time Brandon has been duped like this either.
Hmm.
They did one with I Did a Thing where he did a robot dog that had a gun on it. And it's very interesting for I Did a Thing to...
It was the channel that did with the Australians that did it with Brandon Ferrer, because there's no mention of it on his channel.
They're called Boy.
Boy.
Yeah. So it's really interesting though for I Did a Thing to jump on Brandon Herrera and try and paint him as the bad guy for legally owning firearms when he has repeatedly now made Australian illegal firearms for videos. It's okay when he breaks the law, but it's not okay when Brandon Herrera follows the law? Strange. I wonder how that works. It's okay when you break your own laws, but it's not okay when another person follows their own laws and advocates for them to be better. Big thinky. I love Australians, but goddamn do I hate this one. What a fucking retard. Are you trying to find their channel at the moment?
I know, I'm going through the comments of the video, my apologies. Like one of the people is like, keep in mind, it's a business that Brandon like operates out of. He holds an SOT and an FFL, 2 licenses that most Americans don't usually have, and it's usually only for dealers and manufacturers. So he has more privileges as a result of that.
Correct.
I think someone here you go. Seems a little narrative pushy to me to use old clips of Donut to get your point across.
Oh yeah, where Donut was a fucking cop cocksucker.
Yeah.
He still kind of is sometimes, but yeah, he defended the dude that was playing fucking red light stoplight with the one guy on his knees in the hallway.
Yeah, so here you go. Failure to mention Brandon's status as a federally licensed gun dealer, like we said, really makes him appear as a gun nut in this case. This video does a pretty good job of connecting 2 opposite perspectives. However, the title and details left out in a few parts of this video made it appear as if it was intentionally skewed, even if it was truly not meant to be. When introducing Donut and Brandon with the actions that could be found controversial, context is incredibly important to ensure understanding for the viewer. Despite these faults, there is clearly some mutual respect between the 2 groups, compared to the bias that could easily been included in this video. The very little that wasn't included isn't too significant. I applaud the maturity of both sides and hope there can be more interactions like this between opposing perspectives. That was Zach Mocherman in the comments. I think he put it pretty clear and concise as the whole video. Now, I haven't personally watched it, but I can kind of gain a general vibe about the video or response about the video just by going through the chat, the comments.
Yeah, I sat there and watched it. I did my due diligence. I did my homework, and yeah, it was definitely meant to be an anti-Second Amendment video.
Yeah, the video does have 65,000 likes and 3.8 thousand dislikes, but that might be due to how they're probably catering the views and topics to their audience. I had no clue about this channel because I'm not Australian. I had no clue about Friendly Geordies until he fucking took hold of the algorithm and showed up in my feed one day. So it might be a case that the like to dislike ratio is skewed as a result of the same political or leanings as the creators of the video, because they're probably Australian as well, as compared
That's
to
usually
American.
how that works.
Um,
I found about this through Twitter,
yeah.
and the Twitter guy that I found it through was also Australian, but they were a pro-gun Australian, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy's what we call a dog cunt."
Okay.
Using someone's free range time, free weapons, free ammo to then stab them in the back and make an anti-2A video.
Yeah.
You're a dog cunt. And I think that's the real issue with the whole thing.
Oh, this was kind of old. This is like 10 days ago. Klaus Tuber, the creator of the beloved board game Settlers of Catan, passed away.
Passed away. Yeah.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Never got to play the game. I was just never really in the mood to play something like that whenever someone offered.
And now it's too late. They're
Yeah.
gone.
Well, the board game's still around.
No, it's too late. They're
No,
gone.
no.
Oh, it's too late.
I'm not gonna
Too
lie.
late,
The
I say
piano in the
so.
background's kind of nice for the podcast. That was totally intentional. When we booted this map up, we're like, "Oh shit, there's music. I hope that's not gonna be an issue."
And turns out it's fine.
Hopefully, we don't get like content matched. That'd be fucking sad.
Just super down it in the post, I guess.
I get. Yeah, I can.
Make it real subtle. So that everyone can hear the awkward pauses and dead silence.
Well, my
Because
usually
that's how we roll on this podcast.
We're totally
we
not
don't
planned.
do anything professionally.
like 15 minutes beforehand, we're like, "Oh fuck, what are we gonna talk about?"
Oh no.
And then we ran through those all like within 20 minutes. Like, "Ah fuck, what do we talk about?"
Oh no. What else do we talk about? Oh.
Oh, that is terrifying.
I can't talk to you guys about everything I see on Twitter.
You can, just not here.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want me to tell you about the fat tittied anime girl I saw like 2 seconds ago? Is that what you want?
No.
Is that what
maybe.
you want?
Is that what you want?
Come on, strike me down, Susan.
Barge carrying 1,400 tons of methanol sinks in the Ohio River.
Nice.
Nice.
Great. I'm glad that's going right into my drinking water.
Ohio is becoming the stalker exclusion zone every passing day.
I'm gonna start sucking water straight out the tap, just so I can get that sweet hit of fucking methanol.
Nah, bro, you gotta get it from the hose.
Straight from the hose.
I got hose. However that song goes.
I think it's Colin. I don't know. I don't listen to rap.
I don't either.
Have you heard of the Emancipation Proclamation? Sorry, I don't listen to hip hop.
Would you guys like to know just a little funny haha moment? Would you guys like to know like, one of the most popular? I think it was popular upcoming. Oh, one of the new and trending on Steam for like a solid 3 days.
What is it?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, dramatic pause.
Oh yeah, trust me. When you hear the name, you're gonna be all right. So keep in mind, the Hogwarts game's been out for what now? About a month and a half.
Sure, I don't know.
Something.
My concept of time and time passage is completely skewed.
All right, here we go. From Taboo Tales, developer, publisher, and franchise. The genre is action-adventure RPG.
Okay.
We bring you a game popular user-defined tags with this product as NSFW, fantasy, magic, nudity, and sexual content.
Cool. Can't show it on screen. Got it.
Oh yeah. We're getting there.
Great.
Mixed with 256 reviews, released on April 8, 2023. It is Magic Pussy Chapter 1.
Amazing.
It was actually no, sorry, I'll take back 3
Do it
days.
squirt, though?
It was there. I don't know. I didn't buy it, and I don't think I will. But I'll tell you the top comments. We got sucked off by a fish.
What?
We also have you won't last 5 minutes playing this game. That one ad you saw earlier. Hogwarts Legacy, the correct version. Finally, a wizard game I could play without getting canceled.
Okay.
I must be missing something. Game ended 20 minutes in.
Interesting. This person gets sucked off by a fish.
What?
Wait, here we go. Most popular comment. I finally learned how to use my wand.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Shut up.
no.
Shut the fuck up.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Ronald Weasley.
Everybody is Lilliput.
Alright,
Well,
fellas.
my question is, where's chapter 2?
Where's chapter 2? No, what they do is they release like chapters 3, 4, and 5, but never release chapter 2.
Now let's see Paul Allen's chapter.
Well, anyway, folks, we got one inebriated, we got one tired, and you got me myself. So we're going to be signing off for you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.